Basic number 2 is collection. And when we collect the horse, we set a barrier with our hands and ride this horse's body up to that barrier. And the important thing to remember is this is not pulling back. This is setting your hands where you set the barrier and ride the horse's body up to that barrier. So what I always try to do is set my elbows against my rib cage, and that takes away the temptation to pull. And you just say, okay, I'm here, and I'm going to ride this horse's body up to this barrier and collect this horse. I'm going to lift his back, I'm going to lift his shoulders, I'm going to make him reach up underneath his body a little bit more with his hind feet, and I'm going to put him in a position where it's a little easier for him to do advanced maneuvers when we ask him for that. And there again, it's just like basic number 1. The more consistent you are in following these guidelines, the quicker your horse will be able to achieve this. Okay, now basic number 2 is actually collection. And by collection, I mean that I'm going to set a barrier with my hands. Again, I'm going to use my rib cage. I'm going to set my hands against my rib cage, and I'm going to just say, okay, this is where I am. Now what are you going to do about it? This colt's going to be all right, but now I'm going to push him up toward that barrier by using my legs. I'm going to press with my legs and squeeze. I'm going to make this horse ride forward. Now, as we talked about before, this colt knows what I'm doing. You know, he's been through the program, and he's well aware of what I'm doing. But I'm pressing him up to the barrier, and I want this horse to be very soft in my hands. No resistance. No resistance on the bridle as I'm pressing with my legs. Now, of course, in the beginning, you're going to get resistance. And as you walk this horse around, pressing with your legs, pushing him up to the bridle, he's going to push on your hands. Don't pull back. The only thing you want to do is maintain that position. Stay right where you are. Don't give anything back, and don't try to take anything more. Just keep holding. And that horse is going to stick his nose out, and he's going to push. He's going to shake his head back and forth. He's going to do a lot of different things trying to get to the release. But eventually, he's going to soften to your hands. And when he softens to your hands, you release with your legs and release with your hands. Give him a big release.